Welcome to the Spirit of Life channel. This message begin right now. Becoming a human angel. Dearest light workers, this information on the DNA and the new energies was given by Archangel Michael as part of 2 private channels. It is given here with the permission of the clients. The first person, who is a healer, had asked questions about inherited or genetic illnesses, and whether they could be cured. The second was a question about the fairies and how humans relate to the fairy realm in the new energy. My feeling is that Archangel Michael is trying to explain the wonderful shifts and changes that are taking place within us as we align with the powerful new energies, and how these energies are switching on abilities of healing and self-healing that are latent within all of us. Playing with the fairy energy is also a wonderful choice for us at this time. DNA and self-healing. Now, you asked us also about an inherited illness. Well, we will need to explain to you first a few things about the DNA and how illness manifests and can be healed. We have spoken, in our channels, of the fact that the DNA of every human being holds the template for perfect health. Each human can draw on this original template or blueprint for health and happiness. They can activate this template in their cells and in their aura of light body. This is the gift of the transformation and ascension process. But, we can also say, that each and every human being also contains within their DNA the record and potential of every disease and illness. In homeopathy, these are called miasms, and they are stronger within certain family lines than others. These are what medicine calls genetic diseases. Now, we can say, that you as an individual do not have to choose the same diseases and illnesses that have been chosen by your family line. It is indeed difficult to overcome the pathways of addiction within your family records, that which we call the Akasha. But it can be done if you make a conscious choice to vibrate with the template of perfect health rather than the distorted templates of addiction to disease as a way of escaping an incarnation. For disease is often just a way of breaking down the physical body so that the soul can escape back to the world of spirit before its time on earth is complete. 4. The average human is encoded with a lifespan of between 100 and 120 years as a normal healthy life. In the new earth this is likely to increase to at least 200 or more as humans begin to live more balanced lives and make better choices for their health and happiness. But, we also want you to know that there is not anything that you must do to achieve this, and there is no success or failure. Your work is only to set the intention to release the addictions to disease and early death, and to make the choice to align with the template of perfect health and well-being. Gradually, as part of your transformation process, you will find your body returning to health and well-being, no matter what conditions you may have inherited. Your body has the ability to balance out and restore health. In fact, dearest one, contained within your DNA library are some miraculous abilities to heal and self-heal, that have been forgotten and lost as humans have chosen rather the easy path of escape through disease and violence. This has, unfortunately, been fostered by your religions in the last few thousand years, where you have been encouraged to see life on earth as correlated with evil and suffering, and to see life in spirit as the aim. So, your souls have chosen ways to destroy the body and return to spirit. Now, as you learn to respect earth life and to respect your human bodies as great gifts from Source, you will begin to nurture them as they deserve, and they will serve you well. And, as you begin to enjoy your lives and respect your bodies, you will cease to fill them with toxins, material and emotional, and they will become clear instruments for the flow of the life force of spirit. And then, humanity will once again activate the miraculous self-healing and self-repairing abilities that are there in the DNA records. Remember how the great teacher called Yeshua or Jesus was able to heal instantaneously. All he did was call forth the great power of Source to activate the self-healing mechanisms in the human body. 4. Enfolded within each wondrous human body is the original power of Source to heal and create, and that was what Yeshua called forth in each person that he healed, for indeed, they healed themselves when their self-healing abilities were activated. So, as Yeshua said, those who came after him would do even greater miracles. And, indeed, now is the time to begin to understand that this miraculous power was not within Yeshua alone, but is contained within each child of light or master of light as we would call the Christ beings on earth right now. So, dearest soul, we hope you understand that we are not offering a miracle cure, but we are offering the hope born of the understanding that miracle cures are indeed part of the human DNA and were designed as part of the original template. But, again we say, that to activate this mechanism you need to be able to allow the blue fire of Source to enter into your being and activate your DNA, and this requires that your physical vehicle be strong enough to carry the power of the blue healing flame of Source. So, your work is to make your body strong enough to carry this healing flame. We can say too, that most of the new children who are born now, the blue star children that began to incarnate in 2017 and 2018, have the blue flame within their auras and their bodies. They have the ability to self-heal and maintain their balance encoded within their cells and their akasha, and it will activate if they are strong enough to carry this high electrical charge. 4. The blue flame is no other than the electrical or creative energy of Source that recreates where the template may have been damaged. So, as humans, the work for you now is to clear the body and keep it at such a degree of strength and health that the self-healing mechanism will activate when there is mechanical damage, or when old soul choices manifest to cause disease. Of course, if a miasm or old family pattern manifests, then you will need to clear that pattern and release that addiction and make a clear choice to live out your full lifespan in health and vibrance. The most notable miasms right now are the Cancer miasm and the AIDS miasm, which is related to the syphilis miasm. These miasms activate when souls choose to no longer be here and seek a way to leave. And, we can say that these choices can be made on a group or collective level, so that whole populations can be miasm addicted and can make these choices for their children as well. Now, we are not saying these are conscious choices made with the rational mind. No, indeed, they are soul choices made when the soul feels anxious and panicky and no longer wishes to continue with an incarnation. And indeed, a whole generation can catch this addiction, and so you will find that cancer increases in certain places, or AIDS increases in certain places, because that is the choice that these souls make in order to escape back to spirit. And so, indeed, it is hard for you to transform this pattern and make the conscious choice to activate the template of health and live out the full span of your life. It requires, above all else, that you, as humans, nurture the qualities of the spiritual warrior. It requires that you be courageous and brave and strong. It requires that you trust the Source and the divine plan on earth to care for you. Then, your soul will not panic, and you will not need to seek drugs and other toxins to suppress your fears, and you will not seek to break down your bodies so that you can escape back into spirit before it is your time. We hope that you will understand, as a healer, why we are telling you these things. This information will assist you in your healing work, to assist others to make the choice for life as a conscious part of their healing. For the time for suffering and disease is nearly over, and those who will remain on the earth will be those who make the conscious choice for life, and who develop the courage and resilience to live that life no matter what events occur around them. And, of course, as they make these choices and surround themselves with others who make these choices as well, then their lives will become more peaceful and calm, and there will be less stress and anxiety and panic that will cause them to need to leave the physical. So, indeed, with those who are in states of disease, it is always a good thing to begin working with why they have made the choice to leave on the soul level, not in a blaming way, but gently, if they are open to it. It serves no purpose if this just makes the person feel that they are being held responsible for their condition. Remember that in order to manifest a disease, the soul must already be in a state of fear and anxiety, and it does no good to intensify this fear by creating an atmosphere of blame for their choice, which is after all, a choice to escape the energies of blame and guilt and fear and return to the pure world of spirit where they can find love and support and nurturing. So, any healing process must offer this love and support, and be free of any ideas of guilt and blame and stress. It should be a gentle and loving choice for life, and a gentle and caring process of making the choice for life and being supported in strengthening the body so that the flame of self-healing can be activated. DNA and the fairy energy. So, when you say you are neither here nor there, indeed you are right. You are not in the old energy and you are not yet fully in the new energy. You are moving and evolving, and slowly you are becoming what you have chosen from your own DNA library. You are becoming a human/fairy hybrid, which is another form of human angel. Now, what do we mean? Well, you asked us what your connection to the fairy realm was, and so we will answer. In the old energy we would have said that you have a close connection with the fairy realm, and indeed some of your guides are fairies. Well, as you might know, when people move into transition, their guides leave, and they feel alone. Where do they go? Well, they go within. They are enfolded within you. You see, you have become one with your higher self and you have embodied your divine essence, but you are still human. But, enfolded within you is the marvelous library of possibility called the DNA. Within the DNA is the history of all the species that have ever lived on planet Earth. So, within you is the fairy realm, and you can call forth this potential within you. You create yourself as a fairy/human by activating that potential in your DNA. How is this done? Simply with intention. You can go to your inner library and call forth these beings within you and they will work with you in your chosen task of creating gardens for the planet. And so they become your guides, your inner voice, and you become them, a fairy/human hybrid. Of course, it depends on your ancestry and genetics as to which DNA patterns will call you more strongly, because you can draw on almost anything you choose. That is the miracle of self-creation with spirit in the new energy. You will discover, as you work with this sacred energy, that miracles will emerge as you bond with your fairy self. Flowers will spring us where you walk, literally. You will see the return of the magic of the relationship between nature and those who care for her, for you will see it within yourself and within your own life.